noticed this, but you kind of become a media go-to guy too. There's some responsibility with that. It's knowing that every time there's a media availability, they're probably going to ask for me.
No, I mean, it comes with it. I mean, it could be a lot worse. The only thing I hate just takes away from my shooting time. So that's the only downside it is about that. But, I mean, this is part of it, part of sports and everything.
So that's the biggest burden we all have is we're taking away from
So
your
if I start
shooting.
missing, then you know who I'm coming to now. So
Okay.
Now, from now on, if I start missing, it's y'all's fault.
Okay. I can accept that. The urgency of this week.
Mm-hmm.
These are two teams that are pretty much in the standings where you are, middle of the pack, and they're home games. I mean, that puts an urgency on them right off the bat.
Yeah, for sure. Anytime you're playing at home, you want to defend your home court. And so obviously we know tomorrow night we have a big test when a ranked team comes in here. But, we take it one game at a time. That's kind of what we've been doing all year. And this conference, you can't afford to look ahead. I think everyone's kind of seen that, this past weekend. Any team in this conference can beat anybody on any given night. So we're just taking it one game at a time, getting ready for Baylor. And then after that, we'll deal with our next home game.
At what point do you quit taking it one game at a time and start saying, okay, we need this, and this to get where we want to go?
I don't really think you ever can because, at that point, then you start looking past teams and you kind of stop enjoying the season, Believe it or not, it's supposed to be fun. And so you got to take it one game at a time, just enjoy every moment. I'm a junior now, so my clock is ticking on me. And so I just really want to try to enjoy every moment I can when I step out on the court.
Phil, is there a burden at all to have to be such a guy that's leaned on so heavily to score, and especially how hard you have to work to get open with teams focused on you?
It's just whatever I want to do to help my team win, whatever the coaches tell me, whatever my teammates need. That's what I want to do to help them win. And if it requires me to run around screens or, try to get to the free throw line, get a few stops, a steal, whatever it is, that's what I want to do. And, we have a lot of other capable guys on this team. And, so we keep believing in them. We have a great coaching staff that puts us in position to, win games. So I just, I trust in them and trust what they're telling us. And everything else will kind of take care of itself.
I asked Coach Ford this morning on the conference call, how often does he dictate? Look, I have no options. I want a shot from the paint or I want somebody to go to the basket. How often do you get dictated what you want to do offensively versus just having the options?
He's really good at, giving us freedom offensively. He really does let us, if he calls a play, you better run it, run it how he wants to. But if he says get the ball inside to LB or Cabo, you better do that. But, this kind of goes with time and score and the situation. But, he really does let his players play freely. And I think that's what makes it so fun to play with him on the offensive end. You don't have to always look over your shoulder, and as a shooter, that's always great. You don't have to look over your shoulder and wondering if he's going to tell you to stop shooting. But, he obviously, whatever he says goes. And so if you don't run the play at the right time, you better believe you're coming out. So.
Cobbins has shown some flashes on offense the last couple games. He's made some more plays. How much does that help you if he becomes a more reliable presence inside and scores some more points?
Oh, it's big for not just me, anybody, for our team in general. And he's been working hard. He's really just trying to get back into the flow of things. And I think he's doing a great job. Obviously coming off an injury like he did, it's going to take some time to get back. And we have 11 games left, and he's peaking at the right time. So. It'd be big, if he just keeps playing the way he is, and we have the most confidence in him, and we have no doubt that he'll be ready to go.
It seems for what you're trying to do specifically, I mean, there were some times against Kansas State where, his guy stayed out on you, and then you guys got the ball to him, and he did some nice things.
Yeah.
So it seems like for you, if he's doing things in the high posts, and it might open things up for you too.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we all know what we're going to get defensively from Mike, and offensively, he made us some plays, whether it was a pass, we're finishing. And so just whatever plays he can make for us or just is extra credit. And so he's done a great job of taking what the defense gives him and making some positive plays for our team.
I was going to say the same thing, but when the ball goes in there, whether he scores or not, it seems like he has a great knowledge of where to go with it and kick it out or whatever. It seems like
for sure. He's a great passer out of the post. He's real patient. And, he takes the defense gives him. If the defense is going to double him, he's good at kicking it out, finding the extra guy. If they don't double him, he's good at taking his time and getting to the move that he wants to get to. So, he's an experienced player. He's been through, about as much as a player can go through in a 4 or 5 year span. So he knows what to expect, and he's good at reading the defense and taking what they give him.